Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together and they got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Defensively, we check the starters now for Denver. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. We got to create them. Got so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in those meetings. Yeah. But they like you. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike, 49. Time to go, now. He's checking.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Double dog, that's the way.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So that'll back them up 5.
Okay, baby. Here we go. 20. 47 to Mike, boy. 47. Check. 47. Broncos defense.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 2nd down, it's Johnston looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Wentz now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Wentz now on 1st down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Single.
On play action, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now back to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now Leonard Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Fournette. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man. That's Marshall. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This is the fullback, Janovich. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They run it with Janovich, the fullback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
Get ready, get ready.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
53, Mike 53. Oh, you got deep?
On 2nd and 1, Wentz. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Wentz now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they give this time to the tailback. And that play goes goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Eifert there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And able to find Kirk complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 2nd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. The first of 4 games this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts squaring off against the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, just a field goal separates these two sides at the break. One will go on to the divisional round, one will go home. To find out who it is, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Well, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. For Marshall, that's complete.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now a carry here for their fullback. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
18 Gator. Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Throwing on second down. Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know? And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got his man. It's Eifert. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. Now Fournette. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So that one will be accepted. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On second down now, it's Johnston. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Let's go, defense.
Big grip, big grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 2nd and 6. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st down, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Hit it.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Pick it up, guys.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back first and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Nose arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Go now. 10 logo.
Mike, 58, right there. It's our time. It's our time.
Now.
Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. The open man is Westbrook. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. This is Johnson. He's got it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Again, it's Fournette. Finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The running back Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He finds his man Johnson, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throwing is Wentz. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
27 yards there, a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Carson Wentz in the offense. Down 24-21, 1:45 to play. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Wentz. And he completes it to Westbrook. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Set, baby! Good job.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no o's holding.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one, maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. What can Wentz do now with his drive?
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. For Marshall, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
90, Wolf.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Another carry for the fullback, Janovich. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Right over there, yeah. It's Mike 58, right there. Watch the flag,
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.